that time of the week again. If you don't know what that time of the week is, it is where I ask a reader's question that was sent in to me via my email at tonyak11.tk@gmail.com. So if you have a question, it can be about writing, it could be about publishing, it could be about being an author, it could be about being a mom, being a cook, any of those things, then you are more than welcome to email me at tonyak11.tk@gmail.com, and you can visit my website at tonyakappes.com. Also, this week, our question is from reader Andy Lynn, and she wants to know how I come up with my characters' names. Well, all sorts of different ways. For instance, in the Ghostly series, I don't even think I have one down here. On the front cover, it says Ruthie Sue, and Ruthie actually was after an old lady that I had lived next to back in the early 90s, and she was so feisty and so fun. She was in her 80s, and every Sunday night I would go over to her house across the street. She lived alone, and she would have a cocktail while I would drink a Diet Coke, and we'd watch Murder, She Wrote. That's when it came on at 8 o'clock on Sunday nights. I don't know if you remember, the guys remember that, but she was my old best friend. We had the best time, and unfortunately she passed away. So I decided that I wanted my character Ruthie to be as feisty as her. And if you've read A Ghostly Undertaking, in the first book in the Ghostly Southern Mystery Series, then you'll know that that's Ruthie. That fits her to a T. So not just in that book, but all of my books have some sort of main character that is close to my heart. For instance, in the Kenny Lowry series, Kenny is not, I have a cousin named Kenny, but it wasn't actually named after him, although I love him. But Lowry is my maiden name. And so I wanted to give that homage to my last name. And also the papa in there, his name's Elmer, and that is my real papa, who passed away many years ago. And so he is named after my papa. And then in the second Kenny Lowry book that's not out yet, but it's Southern Fried, the character that dies in that book is named Owen Godby. And Mike Godby is my cousin, and my parents don't live next to me. So I hate that. I wish I lived near them, but they still live in my small hometown, which is what Cottonwood in the Kenny Lowry series is named after. And so my dad is a builder, and my cousin Mike has been so instrumental in helping my father and hanging out with my dad, and doing a lot of things for them around their house, and things that me or my children can't do because we don't live there. And so I dedicated this book to him, and that's just my little way of saying thank you. I mean, I know that's not such a big deal to be named in a book, but I did name him in a book. So I think every character, especially in the Southern books, have, three names, because where I'm from, we had three names. And they still have three names, obviously, but each character has three names. So somewhere along the line, there's somebody that I know with that name that I have in mind. If it's a secondary character that I know is just going to be in that book and maybe not the rest of them, or doesn't play a really big role in the series, generally I just go through a list of baby names, Southern baby names, or I go through a telephone book and put names together, because it's a great way to get some really crazy names. But most of my names have to be Southern, so I really want them to go together. So I also, last year at my son's and my twins' graduation in high school, they handed out the high school program with all the kids' names in it, and I was literally sitting there during graduation putting together names. So I have a list of names that I can use. I also like to use names of my readers if they like win something, like name something contest, or um, for June Hill, for instance, one of my friends' readers won the name, the town, and she named Whispering Falls and ended up loving it. And so she got to not only help name a character, but also was able to describe that character, which was Anne in the first book. And so my friend Ann Miller won that, and the character that got killed is named Anne, and Anne got um, to describe her. So that is how I name my characters. I know, to me, I have to put a lot of thought into it because I can't live with these characters with these names. So that's why I always hold the names that are important in my books to someone that's near and dear to my life. So I hope that that answered your question, Andy. And again, if anyone has any questions for me, you can email me at tonyk11.tk@gmail.com, or you can visit my website, tonyakappes.com, or you can visit me anywhere on the web. So I hope you email me. I would love to answer your questions, and I can't wait to see y'all next week. Have a good week. Bye.